I just read the first 60 pages of Lore of the Wilds and I'm ready to talk about it. The reason why I decided to pick this book out was because honestly it came in my Fairy Loot Romantasy box. I have been wanting to get into Romantasy for a little while now, and I just wasn't sure if this was kind of going to be my thing or not, because every time that I have tried to read Romantasy, I haven't enjoyed it so much. So I wanted to see if I could get a couple of books in the box and kind of figure out if this was my genre or not. So at least what I've understood so far of the first 60 pages, we are in a world where in this world there are humans and there are fae. And the humans apparently come from another world, and we don't know how yet. They were transported into this one. It seems like they come from the stars. I guess we'll see. And they were put into this world where apparently the fae exist. The fae really hate humans. And we don't know yet why, but they view the humans as lesser, and they put them in this area that is different from like where the fae live, and they live in poverty basically. I don't know how long the humans have lived in this place. I know it's a couple generations because our main character talks about it as if this happened a long time ago. But the humans wish they could go back to wherever it is they came from because, they're not treated very well in this world. So we meet our main character. Her name is Lore, and she wants to be the person to take the humans back to their time, planet. I don't know yet. But she's just a girl, right? She's just been wanting to escape this place where they live. And she's just always had this dream that she wants to take her people far away from where they are right now. She tried to escape, and that didn't really work out for her. The guards and sentries, the fae guards or sentries, found her and brought her back to her settlement, I guess, if you want to call it that. And so that's what ended up happening. And she lives in basically an orphanage where she helps take care of the other orphans. There's 16 of them, I believe, with her aunt and her uncle. And they also have an apothecary where they sell all sorts of stuff, including books. So she knows how to read and write and translate from the fae language to the language of her people. And so, at the beginning of the book, some fae come to the apothecary, and long story short, there's an earthquake in where she lives, and so everything is destroyed. The fairy come looking for the person that owns the shop, and she doesn't want to say that it's obviously her family or her aunt and uncle because they're taking care of the orphans. So she says that she's the owner of the shop, and so they whisk her away into, fairyland, a fairy castle. It seems like these fairies are my favorite type of fairies, which are, a little bit dark, a little bit gritty. Of course, they have some sort of magic. So sounds like it's going to be a fun time. We'll see. And so they take her to this castle where there's this library that apparently has been cursed, and the fae themselves can't get into the library, so they don't really know like what's in the scrolls or books or all that stuff. It's been cursed for millennia. No fairy can enter it, but they're hoping that since she's not a fairy, she's a human, she can actually enter. And she can. And obviously, she's really excited about it because who wouldn't be excited to enter a library of books that nobody has been able to read for thousands of years? That sounds like heaven to me, and probably most book nerds out there. So she has it really good, at least up till this point. She does ask the Fae to help the place that she lives, and you know, because it's been screwed up by the earthquake, and they say that they will. We don't really know if they will or not, but they said they would, just to get her help. Not that she really had much of a choice, but here we are. And that she's met who I believe is this guy right here, who is some sort of sentry, who's like guarding the door of the library while she's inside, and she's like cleaning, and you know, she's technically not supposed to read the books, but like, who would not read the books? Literally nobody else can go in there. So I assume she's gonna try to read the books, and you know, she's trying to also understand like her own history and the Fae history, because she doesn't really know much, right, about these beings that she is helping. So that's where we're at so far. I will give you an update once I read a little bit more. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. Sounds like my vibe. Fairies, libraries. What else do you want in a book?